guys, it's the girl Isra, aka is always Glam, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we'll be creating this soft glam. So if you'd like to know how I created this look, then keep watching. So in today's video, we are going to be creating a soft glam tutorial. I did promise you guys an eyeshadow look with this palette, so I thought we could use it for today's glam. Okay, so you guys know that I always do skin prep before carving my eyebrows. So I'm going to go in with the Byoma Milky toner, and I'm also going to go in with their glow serum. I've really been loving this toner. I find it so hydrating. I feel like it's really helped reduce any redness on my face as well. I've honestly been loving this duo. They give your skin the perfect amount of hydration. They also leave your skin feeling so plumped. So I like to apply the glow serum when my skin is still slightly damp. I just find that this helps lock in some extra moisture. As you guys can see, my skin is looking super glowy. It's feeling so hydrated and so soft. So I've got a new brush set to try with you guys, and this is from Jessup Beauty. You guys know how much I love their brushes, so I'm really excited to try these. And look how cute the purple is. If you guys know me, you know that purple is my favorite color. So yeah, we'll be testing out these brushes today. Okay, let's have a look at these brushes. Now guys, how cute are these brushes? Now I'm actually obsessed with the color. So you actually get 14 brushes in this set, and I'm actually obsessed with the purple and the gray. Like, I'm loving the two colors together. What do you guys think? And already I feel like this brush is standing out to me. I feel like this will be like a really good concealer brush. I also think this will be a really good foundation brush. You guys know how much I love brushes that are shaped like this, so I'm very excited to try this one out. I'll probably use this for foundation. So to carve out my brows, I'm going to be using this brush, and I'm also going to be using the H&B Cosmetics concealer. This is in the shade 2.5W. Okay, so now I'm just going to start by carving out my brows. Now this brush is a lot smaller than the brushes I'm usually used to. I feel like the shape is perfect for carving out your brows. So I'm just going to start by following my natural brow line. Just make sure to start off really slowly. You want to make sure you're precise. I just like to kind of join them in the middle just to make sure that they're even. Then I'm just going to take whatever's left on my brush, and I'm just going to start patting it onto my eyelid. This is almost going to create a base for the eyeshadow. I'm just going to go in with this brush, and I'm just going to slowly start to blend, and I'm using really light dabbing and tapping motions. And then I'm just going to go in with a really light layer of powder. This is the Huda Beauty Peach Pie powder. So before applying eyeshadow, I just like to go in with my moisturiser. I just find that this gives enough time for the moisturiser to actually soak into my skin before going in with any primer or any foundation. Don't forget to make sure your under eyes are hydrated as well. So I just like to make sure I've taken some of the moisturiser up. So when I'm applying eyeshadow, I always like to just go in with a really light layer of bronzer, and I just like to take that all over my lid. Just make sure you blend that into your crease upwards towards your brows. Okay, so as mentioned at the start of the video, I will be using this Revolution palette. This is the Eternal Iconic palette. Let me just show you guys up close. The palette is actually so stunning. Like, those shimmers are gorgeous. I'm just going to go in with this shade right here. Okay, so I'm going to start by focusing this colour on the outer corner. I'm just using really light dabbing and tapping motions to apply that. Then I will flip the brush and slowly use circular motions and blend that outwards. And then slowly bring that towards the inner corner as well. And you just want to keep blending in that circular motion. You want to make sure that you're running that across your lids as well, just to make sure everything's blended. And it'll just help create some depth. So I just want to make sure that the eyes are even. Then I'm just going to take some more of that colour and just build up a little bit more depth. And as you guys can see, I always start out on the outer corner and then slowly blend inwards. Then I'm just going to take some of this cream eyeshadow right here. And then I'm just going to slowly start to carve. Then I'm just taking the dense brush we used to blend out the concealer when I carved out my brows. But you just want to lightly dab. And same with the other side. I'm just going to take this brush with no extra product, and I'm literally just going to blend right here. Make sure to do the same on the other side as well. Okay, so this is how we're looking. It's all blended out. So now it's time to apply some shimmer, and I'm not really sure which one to go for, so I'm going to swatch them with you guys, and then we can kind of decide which one to apply. Okay, so I won't be using these green shades today, but we can swatch the other three shades and see what they're saying. Okay, so first is this marbly purple one. It looks really cute. Let's see what it's looking like. Oh, okay, let's swatch it. That's almost like a reddish copper. It's actually really pretty, but I don't think that is what I want to go for today. Next is this shade right here. That's how we're looking. Oh, this looks really pretty. Let's give it a swatch. That is actually really pretty. We might be using this one. Let's see what the other one's saying. Lastly is this gold one right here. Oh, that is like a really nice bronzy gold. They're actually so pretty. Honestly, I'm loving these shimmers, but I think we'll go with this one today. Okay, so it's time to go in with this shimmer, and I'm just going to start by slowly dabbing it. As I'm applying it, I'm slowly dabbing it but also swiping it. Oh my gosh, no, look at the pigment. That colour is honestly so pretty. I feel like we made the right choice going with this colour. You just want to make sure you've applied that all over the lid. And I'm honestly obsessed with this colour. It's honestly so pretty. If you know me, you know like I love a bronzy gold champagne-y shimmer, and this shade is honestly stunning. I'm just going to go back in with a tiny bit of this brown shade right here. So you just want to apply this to the outer corner, and you want to blend it in with the glitter. I'm just taking a little bit of Huda Beauty's powder in the shade Peach Pie, and I'm just slowly going to blend that towards my brow. This will just help create a transition shade between your brows and the eyeshadow as well. If you feel like you've applied the eyeshadow a bit too high, this can just help give you a more even blend. I'm just going to take some dark brown eyeshadow on an angled brush, and I'm literally just going to create like a fake wing. You just want to get a bigger brush and slowly blend that towards the outer corner. It will just create a little bit more depth. And then with a cotton pad that has some makeup remover, I'm literally just going to clean that up. Okay, so that is the eyeshadow look done. I'm just going to apply some lashes and I'll be back, and then we can get straight onto the base. I'm going to be using some half lashes that I got off TikTok shop, so I'll be linking them in the description below for you guys. So now I'm just going to go in with some mascara just to help blend my natural lashes with the strip lash. Okay, so that is the eyeshadow done, and I'm actually obsessed with this look. I feel like it's so pretty. I actually love this shimmer. You guys know how much I love a glowy base, so of course I'm going to go in with my all-time favourite. This is the Rimmel London Multitasker. This is in the shade medium 4. So I'm just using the foundation brush just to buff that into my skin, and I honestly love this product so much. Like, I know you guys probably hear me talk about it a lot, but it's honestly because it's such a great product and it's so affordable as well. Honestly, it gives you such a gorgeous glow, and it just covers any redness that I have as well just before applying any foundation. So today I'm going to be going into the Makeup Revolution Skin Silk Foundation, and I've actually been loving this product so much. Like, I haven't been able to put it down the last month, so you guys have probably seen me use this a lot, but it's honestly such an amazing product. When it comes to applying my foundation, I always love to go in with the SBA 6 brush first, just to paint an even layer, and then I'll use a dense brush just to blend that in. And I just feel like it gives you such an even coverage without the products feeling heavy or looking cakey. So I just like to take a light layer all over my face. And if you've watched my in-depth foundation tutorial, you'll know that I love this brush because you can just go around your brows so easily. If you haven't watched that tutorial, make sure to go check it out. I also feel like applying my foundation with SBA 6 just kind of blends it out before I've actually like blended it in. So now I'm just going to go in with the same brush that we used to blend in the multitasker, and I'm just going to push the foundation into my skin. And you just want to use really light dabbing tapping motions when you're blending. And I'm honestly really liking this brush. I feel like it's blending out the product really evenly. Just look at how flawless my skin looks. I honestly love this foundation, and I'm really liking this brush as well. I'm definitely going to be adding this one to my collection because I'm really liking the finish. Okay, so I've lightly contoured my face with the Makeup Revolution Cream Bronzer. Now, I did post an in-depth contouring tutorial, so if you've missed that, make sure to go check it out. Now I'm just going to go in with a little bit of the Beauty Gimme Contour Wand. And I'm honestly really liking this brush. I feel like this would have been a really good foundation brush as well, but I really like the shape of the other one, so this is going to have to do for contour. But I feel like it's blended it out really nicely and really easily. Yeah, no, I really do like this brush. And then now I'm just going to do the other side. Oh my gosh, my hair is so jarring. It's literally always getting in my way. And you just want to make sure you're pushing the product into your skin. By the way, this is in the shade medium deep, and I honestly love this product so much. I just feel like it's so easy to work with. Like, Doll Beauty is actually one of my favorite brands. I absolutely love their products. I feel like their formula is so easy to blend, and honestly the pigment is so nice as well. You guys know that I always go back in with my foundation brush just to make sure everything's been blended together properly. And I just like to take whatever's left on the brush on my nose. So you guys know that I always apply blush before concealer. I just feel like, honestly, it just gives my makeup the most flawless finish. And today I thought we can actually mix these 3 blushes from Makeup Revolution to kind of get like the perfect pink. Okay, so I've added all 3 blush shades, and I'm just going to give that a good mix. So I've just been mixing the 3 blushes together, and I honestly love this colour. I'm not sure if I should apply a little bit of the lighter pink. Okay, so I've added more of the lighter pink and I'm just giving that a really good mix. And I'm honestly loving the shade we've created. Okay, so I've actually scraped out the blush and I've just put it in this little glass jar. Swatch the blush for you guys and oh my gosh, look at that colour. I feel like that is literally the perfect cool tone pink. Yeah, no, that shade looks really nice. Now I'm going to apply the blush, and you guys know that I like to apply my blush quite high. Guys, this pink is honestly so pretty. I feel like when it comes to mixing blushes, I honestly make the perfect shade. So I'm actually going to be using this brush to blend in my blush. You guys know that I love a bold blush look, and I just feel like this brush is really going to keep the pigment of the blush. So I'm just going to start blending, and now I might have applied a bit too much blush. This always happens to me, but don't worry, just trust the process. I'm going to start by slowly blending. I feel like I've actually created the perfect pink. Like, I might have to mix a little bit more of this shade and just keep it in the glass jar, because this is honestly so pretty. And then now I'm just blending out the other side using really light dabbing tapping motion. And I just like to take this up towards my temple and just make sure you've blended that in with the contour as well. Now I'm actually really obsessed with this pink. I feel like this is literally my perfect blush. And then once again, I just like to go back into my foundation brush just to make sure everything's been blended together properly. Okay, so before going in with any concealer, I'm just going to go in with some corrector, and I'm using the Huda Beauty corrector in the shade Peach. And then I'm just going to use this brush that we used at the start to blend the concealer. I'm going to look up, and you just want to make sure you're pushing the product in. I really like this formula because it's so lightweight and it literally just gets rid of any darkness. If you find that sometimes the concealer can look grey, it might be because you're not colour correcting. And then for concealer, I'm going to be going with the H&B Cosmetics one. If you haven't watched my first video, then you might not know this is actually one of my favourite concealers. It honestly never lets me down. Also take a little bit there as well. Some on my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, my chin. Okay, so now I'm just going in with the small concealer brush, and I'm using really light tapping and dabbing motions. And I'm going to make sure I'm really pushing the concealer into my skin. And I'm just going to blend that into my blush. I honestly feel like applying blush before gives you such a nice finish, because I feel like it almost creates like a mid-tone blush right about here. I'm just using the other side of the brush just to follow the line. And I honestly just love how concealer just brings everything together. I've actually tried so many makeup techniques over the years, but honestly, applying concealer after blush has honestly been a game changer. Then, like always, I'm just going to go back into my foundation brush, and I'm just taking that really lightly over the areas where we blended the concealer. And then once again, just to make sure everything is blended together, I just like to go back into my blush brush. Really just make sure that I blend this area right here. And just make sure that the concealer and the blush have been blended together properly. Look at how seamless that is compared to like that. Honestly, going back in with your blush brush just gives you the most flawless finish. I'm literally going in with the smallest amount of brightening concealer. This is also from H&B Cosmetics, but it's actually in the shade 1.5. I'm literally focusing this right in my inner corner. I'm just going back in with the concealer brush to blend that in, and I'm keeping that really focused in my inner corner. And then now I'm just going to blend out the other side as well. Before I set my face, I'm literally just going back into my foundation brush just one last time, just to make sure I'm happy with everything and just to make sure that everything has been blended together properly. And you want to just make sure you're doing this really lightly. This is how my base is looking, and I'm honestly obsessed with this blush shade. I feel like we actually created the perfect pink. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of this blush. I honestly think it's the perfect pink. So to set my under eyes, I'm going to be going with the Huda Beauty powder. This is in the shade Peach Pie, and it's been a while since I've used this powder, so I just thought let's use it today. So when it comes to setting your under eye, I would say make sure you're looking up and just really push the powder into the skin. And just start setting the rest of my face with whatever is left. So I'm just doing the same on the other side. I'm just taking whatever powder was left just to start setting the rest of my face. I honestly forgot how good this powder is. I'm just going to bake a little bit right here. And I'm just going to do the same on the other side as well. And I'm going to brush this away once I'm applying my powder blush. I'm going to put a little bit here as well. Also just going to take the powder under my contour just to sculpt my cheek. I'm just going to let that bake for a few minutes. I'm just going to go with some bronzer. This is the MAC Skinfinish bronzer. I'm just going to slowly dust it off. Then I'm just going to apply some powder bronzer to my forehead. You just want to make sure you set your cream contour. I'm honestly really impressed with these brushes. They're honestly so soft and I feel like they performed so well. I'm not surprised though, because Jessup Beauty do have some really great brushes. And really lightly, I'm just going to dust away the powder that was on my chin. Just doing this really lightly because this brush does have bronzer on it. Okay, so now it's time to go into some powder blush. Because this is a big brush, I'm just going to focus the product right here. But as I'm applying the blush, I am going to slowly start to dust away the baking. And I'm going to take the blush up towards my under eye, just to make sure that it's been blended. Yeah, I feel like that's a nice shade. I'm just taking a really small brush that has a tiny bit of bronzer in it, and I'm just going to make sure that I've blended that in with my eyeshadow and my under eyes as well. So I was actually gifted this recently from Flower Nose, and it's actually a highlighter. It's literally the prettiest pink. If you guys will be able to see, it's honestly so pretty. So I'm thinking to use this for my inner corners. I feel like this is going to look so pretty if you apply it to my inner corners. Yeah. I love the fact it's kind of got like a pink sparkle to it. On my nose as well, and on the bridge of my nose too. I just like to take my finger just to kind of blend that in. It does actually have two sides, so the other side was smaller, this side is bigger. So I'm going to use this one for my Cupid's bow. I feel like this is more of a shimmer and the other one was more of a glitter. So I'm just going to take a little bit over everywhere I applied the glitter. Guys, I'm honestly loving this pink shimmer, so I'm just going to take a little bit on my eyelid and I'm going to focus it in like the middle, just like in this section here. So I'm just using the brush that we used to apply the glitter just to kind of blend that in with the bronzy shade underneath. No, I feel like it looks so pretty. So I'm literally just taking some on a brush and I'm just blending it at the back of my hand, and then I'm slowly just going to blend it over my cheeks. I feel like this is honestly such a pretty highlighter. I feel like it looks really nice with this blush as well. I'm gonna take a little bit on my forehead. I'm just gonna take some of this shade right here and I'm just running that through my lash line. I feel like it just brings the whole look together. Then I'm just gonna go in with some eyeliner. This is from Sweed Beauty in the shade Dusty Brown. And I'm just gonna apply some mascara to my lower lashes. This is also from Sweed Beauty. So I'm just going to go in with the Milky Continuous Setting Spray. This is honestly one of my favourites. I just find that it melts all your powders into your skin. So I'm just going to line my lips using the e.l.f. lip liner in the shade Dark Cocoa. I honestly love this lip liner. The formula is so creamy and this is literally the perfect brown. Then I'm literally just going in with the Dull Beauty lip liner in the shade Killing It. So for lipstick, I'm just going to use a cream blush that I mixed. And I'm just taking a really small brush just to blend that in with the lip liner. I'm going to go in with a little bit of nude lipstick. This is Golden Girl from Dull Beauty. So I'm just going to start blending the lip liner with the lipstick. Okay, so this is how the lipstick is looking once it's been blended. So let's go in with some gloss. So I've actually got two new glosses to try. I actually did try this the other day and I really liked it. Now I do think this one will go a little bit better with this look, but I will swatch them both for you guys and then we can just decide. So this is the Flower Nose Lip Glaze. The packaging is so cute. And this is what it looks like. Then we have the Kiko gloss. I did pick this up the other day when I went to their store opening. Let me just swatch that for you guys. Those are the two shades. So I've actually decided to go in with both. So I'm going to go in with this one first and I'm going to use the Kiko as like a glitter topper. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the Flower Nose Lip Glaze first. Oh my gosh, it smells so nice. It smells like apples. The formula feels really hydrating as well. It's not sticky, which is great. Okay, so that is the lip glaze on my lips. It actually looks so pretty. Now let's top it off with the Kiko one. I don't know if you guys can see the sparkles, but this shade is so pretty. I feel like when it comes to sparkly glosses, like Kiko just know what they're doing. No, that honestly looks so cute. I feel like the topper just completed the lip combo. So before I finish up, I'm just going to go into some setting spray just to lock all my makeup in place. And that is today's Glam complete. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm actually so obsessed with this blush that we created. I'm also loving the eyeshadow look as well. I feel like it's so pretty. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed this soft glam. Please let me know in the comments what content you'd like to see from me. And I'll see you guys in the next video.